Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever felt like your trading skills are totally on point, but your account balance is just holding you back? Well, today we're going to dive into a world where your talent, not the size of your wallet, is what really matters. A place where you can trade some serious capital. Just imagine managing a huge portfolio without risking a single dollar of your own money.
It's a story I hear all the time. So many traders, they just hit this wall. You've put in the hours, right? You've honed your strategy, but you're still stuck trading small. So the big question is, how do you break through that ceiling? How do you actually start making real returns on your skills? Turns out there's a pretty fascinating solution.
And that answer is something called proprietary trading, or as you'll hear it called, prop trading. And honestly, the core idea is just brilliantly simple. A firm puts up the cash, and you just bring the trading talent. It's like this. You get to trade with the house's money, and you get to keep most of what you win. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so that sounds great in theory, but how does this actually work? Let's break down the whole process step by step.
Really, it boils down to this pretty straightforward three-step journey. First up, you pick the amount of capital you'd like to manage. Step 2, you've got to prove your skills by passing a trading challenge. And yeah, there are some specific rules. And then finally, if you nail it, you get access to a real funded account, and you keep the lion's share of the profits. Simple as that.
And honestly, this gets right to the heart of the whole prop trading philosophy. The entire model is built on this one idea, that successful trading should be about your skill, about your ability and your consistency, not just how much money you started with.
All right, to see how this all plays out in the real world, let's take a look at a specific platform. It's called app.upscale.trade. And what's interesting is they're taking a really modern Web3 approach to this whole thing. What does that mean? Well, they're using tech to cut out the middlemen, basically creating a much more transparent and direct system for traders like you. So Upscale is actually an AI-powered platform. And get this, it runs directly inside a Telegram mini app. It's totally built for today's trader, focusing on those fast-moving markets like crypto, Forex, and commodities. And when you look at the features, it's pretty clear they're all designed to just get rid of the usual headaches for traders. You're seeing a high 90% profit split, really fast payouts, and, this is a big one, no KYC requirement to get started. The whole thing is built for speed and for making it easy to get in the game.
Okay, so let's walk through the first practical step you'd actually take on a platform like this. It all starts with choosing your challenge. This is where you decide what level you want to play at.
So first things first, you select the account size you want to aim for. And you can see here it ranges from $5,000 all the way up to $200,000. Now, to get into the evaluation, there's a one-time fee that goes along with it. The best way to think about it is like an entry ticket. It's your way of saying, hey, I've got what it takes, let me prove it. All right, next up, you have a really key choice to make. You can go for what they call the basic challenge. That's a two-phase evaluation process. Or, if you're feeling extra confident, you can choose the accelerated challenge. Now, that one gets you funded after just one successful phase, but as you'd expect, it comes with some stricter rules. Okay, so you've paid your fee, you've chosen your challenge path, now comes the most important part. This is where the rubber meets the road. You have to prove you can trade not just profitably, but also responsibly by following a very specific set of rules. So let's use that basic challenge as our example. The objective is really straightforward. Hit your profit target without breaking any of the risk rules. It's kind of like a tightrope walk, right? It's a test of both your ability to make a profit and your discipline. So in phase 1, your target is to make a 5% profit. Simple enough. Once you hit that goal, you move on to phase 2. There, the target's a little higher. It's 8%. And it's not just about the profit target. You also have to show some consistency by having a minimum number of profitable trading days.
Now let's talk about the hard stops. These are the rules that can end your challenge instantly. The first one is the daily drawdown limit. This is a biggie. Your account cannot lose more than 5% on any single day. This is all about making sure you have solid daily risk discipline.
And the second critical rule is the total drawdown. Your account's balance can never fall by more than 10% overall from its starting point. If you break either of these drawdown rules, well, your challenge is over. It really is that simple. All right, but let's imagine you do it. You navigate the rules, you hit your targets, you pass the evaluation. Congratulations, you are now an official funded trader. And believe me, this is where the real journey begins. And this is the payoff, the whole point. You are now trading the firm's real capital, and you get to keep up to 90% of any profits you make. Think about that. The firm takes on all the risk of losing the capital, but you get the vast majority of the reward. It's an incredible deal.
But it's not just about you trading all by yourself. The platform actually builds an entire ecosystem around its traders. For example, they have these competitive tournaments where funded traders can go head-to-head against each other for some massive prize pools. It just adds a whole other layer of motivation.
And they also really focus on building a community, with things like a referral program. The idea here is to get good traders to bring in other good traders. It creates this powerful network effect, where as the community gets stronger, everyone benefits.
And this is really important. The support system is solid. You get access to demo accounts so you can practice. You get learning resources for new strategies. And of course, a community to connect with other traders. The whole thing is designed to help you succeed right from day one.
And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? These prop trading platforms are fundamentally changing the game. They're lowering the barrier to entry for any serious trader out there. They're creating this new reality where access to capital is, well, it's being democratized. And that leaves us with a really provocative final question to think about. In this new financial world, is your proven skill becoming the only capital that truly matters?